Hi, Sylvia here. Another day of Junk Journal January, and yet again I'm going to combine prompts. Bookshelf was yesterday, and I had nothing but problems with that. I could not think of anything. And then today, gradually, it all sort of came to me. So I'm doing bookshelf, texture, and fabric 3 in 1. That's what I'm going to do today. Yeah, so bookshelf. Oh, I could not come up with anything at all. It was so hard, so difficult. You wouldn't think so, but it was. I mean, it would have been so easy for me to take a photo, take a picture of some books on a shelf and stick it in, and this is a bookshelf. Didn't want to do that. I like to complicate my life. I don't like it easy. So I've been watching other people, see what they've come up with, and I've been looking for inspiration basically. And gradually I've been seeing something completely different. I mean, not anything to do with bookshelf or books or Junk Journal January or anything like that at all. Journals, yes, but nothing to do with any of the prompts. And gradually it came to me. It started off with, what can I do with books? What I mean, I don't want the journal to be massive. Then I remembered, I'm not remembered, but there is somebody on Instagram, David Cates, and she does the most amazing, wonderful journals. So I thought I'd take her idea and make some books, inverted commas. And so I have. Well, this is one book I wrote, Into the Fold. So you open it up, see what I did there? Into the fold. And you go, and I have so many stamps, haven't we all, as journalists, junk journalists? So that is one book. Then I have the Book of Faces, which has, surprisingly, faces. And then I have the Queen. And there she is, our late Queen, Queen Elizabeth. And the other book I have is Open Sesame. So there we are. Those are my books that will go on my bookshelf, which will be in here. So also we have textures and fabrics. During December, one of my swap partners was, again, this is just a swap that keeps on giving, Liz of Buttons for Brain. And she sent me this absolutely amazing Snipped band. It's so wonderful. So I've cut some of that off, and eventually I'm going to copy this and make something. I keep saying that, but haven't yet done it, but I will eventually, I'm sure. So this will be my background. There is this is fabric and textures, excuse me, various fabrics, and she's got the stitching, and the papers are, stuck down. So that's the texture. I was going to put some texture paste to do a bit of a, I suppose I could still do it, but I quite like it as it is. I don't really want to mess around with it much more. So that is going, but the fabric is textured. It's like a linen-y fabric anyway. And of course there's the paper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this as the background. And then I have got some ribbon, which I'm going to leave sticking out anyway. And I'm just simply going to hang the books over it, and that will be my bookshelf. That is what I'm going to do. So, and I'm going to leave them a little bit sticking over. So, and I'm going to staple the ribbon to it before I glue it down. And I have got some little staples here, little stapler. I have done an experiment with some alcohol ink. Don't know if you can see this, but I have dyed staples purple. I've only got two colors, and I didn't want orange ones. I've only got orange, purple, and gold. So I haven't tried the gold yet, but I've tried the purple, and I've got purple staples, and they work, and they don't. Let me take them out. Oh, it's coming on. Let me take them out. They don't come off. Stuck on there. So that makes me happy. I haven't had a chance to experiment with other, like paper clips or safety pins. That's my next thing, but I've just not had a chance to do that yet. So anyway, so that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to staple that, and I'm going to leave that a little bit longer so it pops out. Ever since I've discovered doing the staples, dyeing the staples that way, I've been stapling everything. I'm really enjoying the stapling. Who knew? I don't even know if you can buy. Can you buy staples, colored staples? I don't know. But if you can't, then my suggestion is go and buy yourself some alcohol inks, and look at it. Purple staple. And I think I'm absolutely in love with that, I must admit. I don't want to obscure the number 3, because I wonder what fabric she used on these things. I absolutely am loving it. It's a wonderful, wonderful snippet roll. Like I said, eventually, if ever I remember to do it, that is, I'll get around and copy it. Meanwhile, I'll hoard and use hers. It's magnificent. It's absolutely fabulous. So I'm going to staple that on as well. And then I'm just going to cut that, make it look a little bit pretty when it sticks out. I'm going to do the same to this one. So like that. And then I'm going to use my super duper. I must really remember to get some more of this ultra tape. It's absolutely, it's fantastic. It's just the best double-sided tape I've ever had. And I'm going to put that, oh, don't go over to, oh dear, that's not really what you wanted to do. I'll have to cut it off now, it's too late. I mean, this stuff just sticks. It's like, I mean, if if you don't get it right the first time, you have to really trim it afterwards, because it just sticks. Like, well, I don't know, like glue to whatever. Right, so I think I mentioned this before. I used it when I made Christmas cards with fabric, burlap or whatever. Because I do sometimes when I do Christmas cards, I use burlap as Hessian burlap as a background, and nothing sticks better than that stuff. So it doesn't necessarily come apart very easily, but it does once you get the edge off, I mean, I use it for a lot of things, not just I make my own envelopes. I use it in that. But of course I can't get it off now, can I? So I eventually peeled it off nicely. And then I'm going to stick this on the page. And then I'm going to hang my lovely little books on my bookshelf. There. One bookshelf. I do not yet know whether they will slide out if I hold the book, but I can't imagine it because the book, when you close it, has got this elastic on it. So that should keep it firmly in place. I think I really have to use another one of these at some point for something because I absolutely love it. So there we have my bookshelf, and let me mark it off. Bookshelf, texture, and fabric. Oh, we don't have a lot left to do now. I might even, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get them all together, but yeah. So there you go. Thanks for watching, and I'd love a like, and bye-bye.